that tested my convictions, hung out briefly with really powerful evangelical leaders, and helped them figure out some things about abortion and racism. Went to a small evangelical college, got involved in national environmental and anti-torture activism that embarrassed that university's leaders. Moved to a moderate university, where I was initially distrusted as too conservative. Got dazzled and then a bit delusioned by Barack Obama and his people for a while. Became every liberal's favorite evangelical. Changed my mind about gay people. Wrote a book about it that got me in trouble with a lot of evangelicals. Got elected president of the American Academy of Religion and the Society of Christian Ethics. Worked against Donald Trump. And taught Sunday school every week to recovering addicts and professors and everyone in between. When it comes to bitter cultural divisions fueled daily by religion, I'm Forrest Gump. For whatever reason, I've been in the scene where the conflicts are, where red and blue meet. Like Waldo, if you just look hard enough, you can find me. My journey has taken me through and across and around and amid some of the messiest fights, most interesting moments, and most fascinating people in recent American religious life. I've been on the red side and the blue side, with the Christian right and the religious left, and everyone in between. If you live in that space as well, if you find that the labels we use to decide whom we can and can't like don't fit you, if you want to look for God outside the boxes the religious wars have tried to put God in, then maybe my journey has something to say about yours. And here's the thing, I've kept track. Little did these unsuspecting Christians know, but I'm a compulsive journaler and record keeper. I have kept every lecture and speech I've ever given, and pretty much all of my important correspondence. And all along the way, I've been journaling almost every day about most every important thing I've experienced. So I have contemporaneous notes on, for example, the day in 1987 that I was told that white men had better remain quiet in a course on liberation theology. The day in 1995 that I was invited to sell my soul for a nice future working with a conservative seminary president. The evening in 1995 in which the Holy Spirit burned out of me any capacity to hate that same president. The days in 2006 when I received hate mail for opposing torture, while my daughter lay unconscious in the hospital. The day in 2007 when I was interrogated intensely for having spent way too long working with conservatives. The day in 2008 when I figured out I was being used by the Obama campaign. And the day in 2011 when a very bright philosopher at a very conservative Christian college said to me, "We know you are supposed to oppose gays, but we can't really give any good reason for it anymore." Did you notice that I threw a reference to the Holy Spirit into that last paragraph? You see, through all of this, I haven't been able to stop being a Christian. Despite all the fighting, culture warring, and general craziness that I've seen, I am still doing my best to be a follower of Jesus. And so this journaling, I should tell you, has been prayer journaling. That's mainly how I have prayed for the last 40 years, by writing it all out to God. When I became a Christian at the age of 16, it stuck. It took. I can't claim any credit for it, but it's true. And I've been writing it and praying it ever since. So the stories I am going to tell you are not the stories of a disillusioned ex-Christian. It's weird, perhaps, but none of the nasty stuff I've seen in churches or denominations, or seminaries or colleges or academia has ever really had an effect on my faith in Jesus. Jesus isn't the problem. Christians are. So I'm still a Jesus follower after all these years. Or trying to be anyway. It's not that Christian people are just a problem. People are a mix of good and bad, and the bad is often just a slightly exaggerated version of the good. That's just as true of Christians as it is of everyone else. We have an expression in the Gushee household, developed by one of our 3 very clever children when he was a teenager. I like to quote movie lines, and almost every day I do so, whether family members feel like hearing them or not. At one point, my son David said of these quotes,